Did you know that research by David Lohmann, the creator of CogAT, suggests that a child's ability to reason with novel problems, that is, the problems they have never ever seen before, is a better predictor of future academic success than their current math grades? This is why a straight A student can fail the gifted entry exam, while a daydreamer in the back of the class might score in the 99th percentile. So the test that measures this hidden potential is the CogAT. If you are an NRI parent in the US, this test is the gatekeeper to the coveted, gifted and talented programs. What exactly is a figure matrix, and why does your second grader need to know it? So hi, I'm Gurpreet from Wizdomi. We specialize in one-on-one live tuition for K-12 and competitive exams. So today I'm going to decode the cognitive abilities test. I'll explain the 3 specific batteries used in Form 7 and 8, how the scoring actually works, and the crucial difference between CogAT and Canada's CCAT. So first, the basics. CogAT stands for Cognitive Abilities Test. It is published by Riverside Insights. It is predominantly used by K-12 schools in the USA to identify students for gifted and talented programs. It's an aptitude test. It does not test what your child learned in history class. It tests how they learned. Now, an important note for Canadians. So in Canada, schools use the CCAT, which is adapted from the CogAT. They are 95% similar, but the norms are different. The CogAT is divided into 3 batteries and the questions change based on the level. It takes about 90 to 120 minutes total, often spread over 3 days in school. Now the 3 batteries are verbal battery, which includes reasoning with words, quantitative battery, which includes reasoning with numbers, and non-verbal battery that includes reasoning with shapes. Now an important detail here. So for grades K to 2, the test is audio based and picture based, and the teacher reads the question. For grade 3 and up, students must read the question themselves. Most US districts conduct universal screening in grade 2 and in grade 5. For public schools, registration is automatic. For private schools, you may need to register individually. The official stance is no prep needed, and at Wizdomi, we disagree. Why? Because figure matrices are really weird. If your child has never seen one, they will waste time figuring out the instructions. So start 4 to 6 weeks before the test. Use Legos or cut paper at home to teach spatial visualization. Show them physically what happens when you fold a paper and punch a hole. CogAT scoring is actually complex. You will see 3 numbers: the raw score, the standard 8 score, and the Stanine. An SAS of 128 or higher is typically the cutoff for gifted programs. A Stanine of 9 puts your child in the top 4%. For our Wizdomi families, here is the critical distinction. In USA, the CogAT is the primary screener for districts like Fairfax and Bellevue. In Canada, schools use the CCAT. So do not buy US CogAT prep books for a Canadian student, because the spelling differences in verbal section can actually hurt their score. Let's answer 5 common questions now. 1. Can we retake the CogAT? Usually no, we can't, because districts allow it once every 2 to 3 years. 2. Is it an IQ test? Technically, I would say yes, because it measures G or general intelligence. 3rd. My child is smart but scored low. Why? Because often it's speed, and CogAT is timed. 4. Does Wizdomi tutor for CogAT? Yes, I would say, because we focus on logic behind the puzzles. 5th, what if my child is an English learner? So for that, focus on the non-verbal and quantitative scores. So the CogAT is actually a puzzle, and like any puzzle, it gets easier once you know the piece. If you want to ensure that your child walks into the exam room with confidence, Wizdomi is here to help. So check the description for links to the official practice questions and the research on cognitive testing. So I'm Gurpreet, and I'll see you in the next video.